What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back. Been on vacation for 2 weeks. So we're back in the garage. And my dad's been running wild by himself for a little bit. So I'm not sure where we're at on anything. I'm waiting on him to come out and kind of get us lined out on what's happening. I see some parts still laying around. He said he's made some progress on the C10 here. I don't know what all he's done yet, but he's got something covered up. Okay, yeah, he's got the intake back on. Looks like he's got some more wires ran. Looks like he's getting a little bit closer. What else? What else we got? That's the headers we put on in the last video we showed of the C10. He's got his belt on. Radiators in, fans in. What else we got? Looks like his hoses are on. Now this thing's getting pretty close. He's got his Dakota digital dash in, and then I'm guessing he did the wiring like we usually do. Yeah, everything is in the glove box, nice and neat. Probably Velcroed or will be Velcroed. It's the way we like to do them. It's better than it being up underneath the dash where you can't get to anything. So the same way we did the Chevelle wagon over there, which is still for sale. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. So the first one we're going to try to get finished up today. I didn't have a big hand in it because I was on vacation, but this is just a stock 5.3. It's been painted the dark steel. A lot of people like the dark steel. Keeping the stock front end kit just painted black, and it's getting this 8-speed transmission, which we're about to put on. So basically I'm just about to put the converter on. All you really got to do is just make sure, if you can see this flat here and this flat here, and you have to get you a flashlight really, and you just want to make sure it lines up. There's flats in there. I don't think you probably won't be able to see them, but you just make sure the flats line up and push it on. And I usually just grease up the spline a little bit. That's all you really got to do. And the converter does have oil in it, so sometimes some of the oil does come out when you try to stab one of these on there. There you go. That's it. Sometimes you get lucky and see it's a little bit of oil, but not bad. Not bad. I'll just put a rag in there and let it soak that up for a minute. But that's about it. So then we'll get that transmission put right here. We just gotta locate some torque converter bolts and transmission bolts. And we'll get this thing strung up with the lift and get this one out of the way. Dad wants to make some more room and get some of these gone. Still messing with this guy. It's gonna leave today too. We never did get the intake plates, but we've been waiting over a month for parts, and they're just gonna go out like they are. And when the parts come in, we'll go down the street and put them on. Okay, so now we got the transmission on, and we're gonna be bolting the torque converter to the flywheel. And you can do this with one person, but it makes it a little bit easier when you got somebody to spin the motor around. So what I usually end up doing is, you can put your fingers back here.
You got 6 bolts that have.
You got 6 bolts, yeah. So I spin around until I get something kind of lined up right there. Stop right there.
Okay.
So see, I'm gonna bring this converter up where I got threads showing. And what we do is we use this Permatex. We like this. It makes less of a mess than it's kind of this is more of a gel. That liquid stuff kind of gets everywhere. So what you want to do is just put a little bit on there. You get one of these coming loose here, right? And then you can't tighten them up all the way. Just kind of snug that up, and then all right, spin me.
Mark it.
Yeah, let me. You always want to put a mark by 1.
Yeah.
That way That way you know which one. When you start tightening back up, you know where you started and stop. All right, go ahead and spin me around. Spin me, spin me. A little bit more. All right, right there. So this is an 8-speed, so it gets a 6 bolts in the torque converter. And then what I do is I bring it up and I let the socket rest against the block right here. It gives you a lot of leverage here to, the whole motor moves, you know you got it tight. All right, spin me. Yeah, and these were all 15 millimeter. I didn't say that earlier, but they're all 15. But that's it. So the torque converter's on. Now we'll put the starter on real quick. Okay. This one's supposed to be getting long tube headers, but we're still waiting on somebody to unload ships, I guess. I'm not sure. 13 millimeter. Okay, good and tight. So next, I guess we'll put spark plugs in, and then I guess the wires, and then it'll be ready to go down the street. All right, so we're gonna get ready to put the spark plugs in. These are brand new AC Delco plugs. There's your part number. These come factory gapped at 40 thousandths, and it's a good idea to check them. I've already checked these. It's a good idea to check them. They can get banged up in shipping. And then also too, we've gotten bad plugs right out of the box. So just did a quick inspection of these 4, and these are good to go. So one of the things we do, because it's a steel plug going into an aluminum head, is we always put some anti-seize. This is some LAC Plus high pressure, high temp anti-seize. This is what we've been using for years. So you just put a little bit on the threads and run them in there. And it's a, what the hell is that? He's checking the plugs, okay. It's a 16 millimeter is what you need to put the plugs in. So you can see I got the anti-seize on there. Just get them started by hand. And get your tool. And I'll come back and I'll hand tighten these up. Most of these motors are going in hot rods and stuff like that, but they're probably only gonna get driven on the weekends here and there every once in a while. And so this set of plugs will probably stay in this motor for quite a few years, I would imagine. So when whoever gets this motor decides to change plugs again, they're gonna appreciate somebody putting anti-seize on there for sure. And I got my dad doing what I don't like to do.
Yes.
I hate this.
It's like putting socks on a rooster.
I can't stand it. It's cumbersome. They're such a tight fit. You have to get them over that little bend and stuff. It's just he's got more patience than I do.
Yeah.
All right, just like that. Got it at the back of the truck. This is a good sign. Motor's leaving the shop, good sign. So just to recap, this is just a little L83 5.3 budget build. It's missing headers. They're coming in later. But yeah, they're on a boat, yeah, somewhere. But this is number 83. So going out the door, going down to the Swap King. All right, for those that have been following along on the motor videos, this was a mint colored motor. It made its appearance on the first video we ever did, and then it's been in one more for the black front end kit. So it's finally going to leave today. It's been here long enough, and we've got everything to finish it except for the bolts to bolt on this intake. That's the intake that will be going on it. So I'll do a little time lapse, same scenario as we just did. Transmission's got to go on, starter's got to go on. This one's getting Shorty headers, which we do have. So, and then it's gonna get loaded up and go down the street to the Swap King. All right, so the Minty Fresh is finally leaving. Of course, now it's antique nickel. No more Minty Fresh, but we've had this one in our possession for longer than I want it, but it's pretty much done. The intake's still not bolted on. We don't have the plates, we don't have the bolts. So it's gonna go down to Swap King like it is, and when he gets the parts in, then he can put the intake on and get it going. So I'll probably throw a little time lapse in. We put the transmission on, we put the headers on. Y'all have seen us do that a few times, but got the black CVF kit. This is a L83 5.3 Gen 5 LT. So it's all stock except for just the headers, the front end kit and the intake, but it'll look good in somebody's hot rod going down the street. So you got this one in yesterday, you said?
Mm-hmm.
And you tore it.
2-day turnaround.
2-day turnaround. He tore it down, and look at the paint. I mean, this thing is slick. It looks wet still. It looks real good. So it's gonna be a black on black. We got a black CVF kit. This time looks like we're just missing the tensioner again, so not bad. And then I got to build a an oil pan for it, and then a few parts here and there to go back on it. But we're gonna try to get this one done today, in and out, quick little turnaround. But I can't get over the paint. I mean, that's just crazy. Personally, I wouldn't do a black on black. I would have done black with the polished kit or the chrome kit. I think that'd look cool, especially with just getting these long tube Speed Engineering headers over here. But so I would have done the headers with the polished kit. But this particular guy wanted black on black, so it's gonna look cool. I mean, it is shiny, and it's getting a 6-speed. So a little bit different transmission. To me, they all still kind of look the same, but different torque converter. It's only got 3 bolts instead of the 6. So we're gonna get started building. All right, so we got the oil pan built. My dad did the little silicone job. Just a note, you always want to go on the outside of these holes and then the inside of everything else. And then the corners, the four corners here, you know, make sure you get enough. The LTs are different than the LSs. LSs have a gasket, LT is all silicone. So we got our nice little Holley muscle car oil pan done, and it just sits down on there. And then all these bolts that go here get torqued to 18 foot-pounds. These 2 in the back, it's like 106 inch-pounds, I think, or it equates to 8.8 foot-pounds. So we're gonna knock that out. And then before I finish building the pan, I did the big part of the CVF kit. I got the water pump sandwich. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. Water pump sandwich is put together, ready to go. Which is after you hang that, the rest of this is pretty easy. All right, so we got the pan on, we got the intake on, Dad's putting coals on, and I'm gonna grab the water pump sandwich here and get that going. This is coming along pretty good with this one.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's going in.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's something black.
A lot of times we don't ever really get to know.
I can see it going in a black Impala, like a 60 something. Be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be awesome.
Or a black truck like yours.
Oh yeah.
Can
imagine.
Be neat too. All right, so the hard part is done. Well, still got to put a transmission on it.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't have went with all black. It just everything kind of gets lost. But
yeah,
everybody's got their own
own taste.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the black block with a polish kit with those long tube headers would have been pretty cool.
Yep.
This will be number 3 leaving the shop today. So
yeah,
I'm making up for being gone for 2 weeks.
yeah. Oh, we got stickers.
Oh man, everybody likes stickers. $300 set of headers, and you're excited about the sticker.
No bolts to put them on with. I think I've got more of those other ones.
Those Allen head ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some. Yeah.
Going.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah.
I know a couple of people watching have said that they could do one of these kits now since they've watched me do them.
Mm-hmm.
So I know maybe it gets kind of boring. I hopefully get a cam job or at least a DOD delete come in.
Yeah.
A lot of people just don't want to spend that extra money, but it's fun sometimes pulling the heads off and doing the cams and stuff. But it's another $1,000 I guess for the cam.
Yeah.
A lot of folks.
Change.
That's a lot of extra parts to buy.
Got to change valve springs.
Yeah, valve springs, yeah, DOD delete, phaser, cam. A lot of people just don't want to mess with it.
But if they want that old school chop.
Yeah, I mean these sound pretty decent with those long tube headers, but yeah, if you want it to sound like an old muscle car, there ain't no way around it. You got to do a little cam. You don't have to be a big one, just
not small enough to get that chop in the low end.
Yep. So that's about it for the front end kit until we can push it back. We'll get it up in the air and get the transmission on it. We've got to put the plugs in it, headers on it. All right, black on black, 6.2 liter, done. It's missing the tensioner. I guess CVF will send that when they find one, I guess. But yeah, it turned out real good. like I said, it's the paint on this thing is beautiful. So nice and shiny. It looks wet. Look at that sun glare. That's great. But yeah, no, it turned out real good. Just gonna head down to the Swap King to get dropped off, and he's got one down there. I think he was about to fire up, so maybe we can get it on video. We'll see. So this is a brand new stock 5.3.
Yep.
And you got the CVF kit in the front.
L84.
L84. So it's a 2021 crate engine. No miles on it. It's got Shorty headers. It's got the deep motor sheet metal intake. What transmissions it got?
That's a 6L80E.
6L80E.
Rebuilt by Global Core Transmission with a 3-year warranty on it. CVF kit's got a lifetime warranty on it. Deep motorsport intake, 3.5-inch cold air induction, poly muscle car oil pan, Swap King custom built harness, push brake start, all your fuse boxes, relays.
So it all comes like this on a pallet.
On a pallet. Key switches, dual OBD2 ports.
You got your accelerator pedal over there.
Yeah, Camaro style accelerator pedal. It's got a 4 horsepower chrome starter on it.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the start.
Yeah, it's on the bottom under there.
Yep.
4 horsepower.
So it's gonna be a raffle motor.
That's a raffle.
So all his links will be in my description below. Go check him out. You can buy us tickets for this raffle and win this motor for, how much is the ticket?
$100 a ball. It'd be 200 balls at $100 a piece.
So $100 chance to win. What's the thing cost probably?
I'd be connecting cruise motor at GM. I'd be scared to say 25,000
for a brand new engine.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is bring it home and hook up a couple of wires, right?
3-wire hookup.
3-wire hookup. So
drop it in and go. So it's 200 balls being sold. They're going into a tumbler machine, and all the balls will be pulled out one at a time, and the last ball in the tumbler, that's who takes this home, shipped to your doorstep. So all I need is your number and your address.
There you go.
Brand new L84 53 LT.
That'll make a nice little cruiser for somebody.
Yep.
Real cool. All right. All right, that's gonna do it for us today. We got through dropping that one off down there at the Swap King, and got to see that raffle motor that's coming up. Pretty cool. But we did end up picking up another project. This is just a 5.3. It's gonna get Shorty headers, CVF kit. Forgot what color it's supposed to be, but we'll get this one knocked out. So that'll be in a upcoming video next week, hopefully, something like that. See whenever I'm able to do it and get it up. Anyway, thanks for subscribing. Always like, share, and really do appreciate everybody watching. We've gained quite a bit of subscribers over the last couple weeks, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, everybody have a good one. See you on the next one.